What's up, guys? It is your boy 12-inch PvP Penis, and we are going to be hopping right into a pre-sock Legendary Commanders tier list. We're going to be covering on when you get it, why I like them, and how they are in my field of view and how they are for my account. Of course, different people may be considering different things for free to play. I'm sure there's an archer tier list and there's a cavalry tier list and there might be a different infantry tier list. But for me specifically, this is how I'm going to do it. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a free to play player that is currently trying to break the record for F2P T5, which is 230 days. I'm trying to do it in 7 months or 210, but I might get it done earlier. If you guys want to check out the progress, hop up on stream. We're probably streaming right now, so if you guys want to check that out, might be happening. Let's hop right into it. I'm going to be doing pre-sock commanders, so this is KVK1, KVK2. I believe some of KVK3, as far as I know. I haven't gone to KVK2 and 3 in a while, since I've just started my new account. I don't know when all the sock commanders start coming in. From what I'm aware, it's like halfway through KVK3. I'm just going to put in all the commanders that I remember being up to KVK2. If I'm wrong about something, please let me know in the comments, but overall, this should be pretty easy. So, S tier off rip, yeah, Ethelflaed's an S tier commander. Like, in terms of legendary commanders, she's absolutely free. Yeah, she's awesome. Chow Chow, I think he is, honestly, I butcher his name all the time. Chow Chow, Chow Chow, you know, double C, whatever you want to call him. I get it. I got the American accent. I see too many comments about it. I don't care. I don't care how you pronounce it. Probably put him in like the C tier. His rage gen is fine. His skill damage is okay. The healing is not bad either. Attack debuff is really nice. Would I use him in the open field? No. Would I ever put universal sculptures in him? No. But if I got like 50 sculptures, like pre-KVK1, would I try to find a way to put him in one of my marches? Maybe 1400 skill damage isn't bad. Sheeta's actually kind of good. I like him a lot. I am currently trying to win multiple strategic reserves so I can end up using him in some kind of combat situation. Jury's out on if it'll be good, but he's somebody that you could probably expertise without putting golden heads into, and that means his accessibility is really good. Whether or not he's awesome in the open field, you know, probably leaves something to be desired, but as long as he's better than an epic and he's free to expertise, he's kind of in the Ethelflaed camp. Except Ethelflaed's obviously much better, so he's not up in the Ethelflaed camp, but he's kind of there. Cleopatra's fine, I guess. You know, she's probably gonna be the last gatherer that I expertise in terms of strategic reserve. She's okay, you know, she's free, I guess, at some point, so I'm not too concerned. Khan, my boy GK going in D tier, I'm not even unlocked. Last time I unlocked him, it was a mistake. He's just not good. Like, even if I were to pivot into cavalry, he's not a cavalry piece I would pivot into, simply because, like, I would go into combat with him and he would slow himself down. When your commander is a glass cannon and his ability slows himself down, that's kind of shockingly bad. Yeah, that's not really something I want to be or associate with. If I got him for free, I'd look at it differently. But, like, considering how many gems and how many sculptures you'd have to put into GK to unlock him and max him, kind of ridiculous. Alex is an S tier. Alex is pretty easily like one of the best commanders this game has ever seen, so it's pretty easy to see why he's here. He has a lot of versatility. If you go back to KVK2, you can still use him during KVK2 and KVK3 when no one else has sock commanders. He's just the king. Like, Alex is that guy. Very easy to see why he's up here. Definitely worth putting legendary commander sculptures in him. He's good in basically every situation. I like him a lot. El Cid he has some utility. I guess I'd actually put him ahead of Cleo because, like, he has utility as a secondary sometimes, but I wouldn't put sculptures into him. If you do like a Herman El Cid march, or you just have El Cid secondary in order to like debuff things, he does an okay amount of damage with 1,000 damage on his ability and like 1,000 damage on his secondary, which is like his tap one hit. You know, he has sometimes some kind of versatility, more than double C over here, but not that much more. Constantine's okay. Get him from an MGE, so I actually don't like him a ton anymore because that's rather difficult to get him, but if you can get him, I like him. I think Bruin to 5511 is pretty good. Sadly, he gets eclipsed later on, and as someone that you also invest in later on, unless you're going to repeatedly do KVK2 and KVK3s, there's less of a reason to invest in. So I think he's okay, but I don't really think I would put gold sculptures in him in the greater scheme of things. Edward is probably not worth unlocking. I don't see a reason to. He comes in like kind of later, and at the point where he comes out, I'm not really concerned about sticking to him for archers. If I invest in archers later, it's going to be someone who's not Edward. Obviously, I can't get Hannibal, so he's gonna go down here. JC is pretty good. I like JC a lot, actually. Just as like a 5511. You don't actually have to invest in him, but I would almost call him like an A tier pre-sock legendary, depending on like where you can get him. We'll call him B tier. I don't want to go too crazy, but like doing 30% extra damage before your ability, like having like a JC YSG or something is really nice. He's actually just a very clean commander. Having him as a secondary to like Richard or something for Canyon's also really nice. He just has versatility. Like, he's a stronger Scipio, and I like Scipio. Would I invest in him? No, but I mean, like, if I pull a full JC and keys, like, like I'm not crying over it, right? Like if I pull like a full El Cid, like I'm a little depressed, or like a full Cleo, I'm a little sad. But like if I pull a full JC, like I'm kind of chilling, dude. I like JC. We'll put him in B tier. I probably shouldn't put him any higher responsibly, just because like I'm not actually open fielding him at any point yet, because like I can't even 6-star him. He's not bad as like a JC YSG March or something with a nuker secondary. Richard is, I almost want to make him an S tier. Like how much do I use this commander? I think Richard is an S tier. I wouldn't expertise him, but as a 5-1-1-1 or a 5-5-1-1 or a 5-5-1-1, he has so much versatility in the things that I use him for, like Expedition, Sunset, PvE, chaining, camps, PvP. I'm using him kind of everywhere, and he's very cheap. In terms of like bang for your buck, I don't know if there's a commander at 5-1-1-1 or 5-5-1-1 pre-sock that you will find with this kind of value. It's kind of gross. He's really nice. I really like Richard, and I guess I'd put him S tier, yeah. Saladin's an A tier commander. He's awesome. If I was ever going to pivot into something, I would pivot into Cav and I'd run Saladin. As many of you know, I completely face planted on the Saladin MGA, which is really difficult to go through as a free-to-play player. If your kingdom promises you Saladin, he is worth putting legendary commander sculptures in, whereas I don't know if Constantine would be anymore. Even as an infantry player, I think that running like a Saladin Ethelfled combo is really clean with some cavalry tech. I like it a lot. I would definitely consider Saladin. He's not S tier because he's kind of difficult to get, but he is an awesome commander. Ragnar is around JC. Like he's not bad. Like he's okay. He's really weird. He's kind of new, so like not a lot of people know a ton about him, but he just reminds me of like, he's kind of like interchangeable with JC. Like he's a little more nukey than JC, and JC is probably like a little more tanky than him. And I guess I like Nuki more, but I'm already used to JC, so I'm gonna have him a little bit higher. But they're borderline the same commander. I'm kind of surprised that Ragnar's not infantry, but I guess like how many infantry tavern commanders can you have before, you know, people start to get upset? YSG, number 1 spot, S tier, used for literally everything but tanking. That commander, that's the first expertise right there. If you're ever like thinking, you're ever sitting down, you're like, hey, what's my first expertise? It's definitely him, okay? He's crazy. He's really good. You should definitely invest in him. He's awesome. Sundiak is, I want to say A tier. She's free from strategic reserve. She gathers 10% more gems, and she's really good early on. 1400 direct damage plus 100% rage reduction is very similar to Chow Chow and your ability to like stick him into different marches. Maybe B tier, like above JC, but she's really nice. I very much enjoy her as a commander, and I'm putting all my strategic reserve sculptures into her. So that's a really easy spot to put her. I like her a lot. She has like some kind of versatility, and I think for like KVK1, I'm probably gonna have her as like a secondary to Ethelfled or something like that. Just as like a damaging and a debuff march. Yeah, super clean. Charles Martel's like a pretty good A tier. Not as good as Saladin, but really good, really versatile. Not worth putting legendary commander sculptures into, and I feel like that's my main issue with him, but once you get him to like 5-3 or 5-2, it's pretty good. Next on the docket here is Charlemagne. I would actually put Charlemagne further down than Hannibal. Although you can get Charlemagne, I feel like that's a curse. I can't put sculptures in a Minamoto or Hannibal, right? But that's a benefit to some extent, because I wouldn't want to anyway. However, I can do that to Charlemagne. And that's not very nice, Lilith, okay? Yeah, he's going at the bottom. I'm not going to go too far into detail. If you want to read his skills, you can. They're not very good. Mehmed's pretty good. I think he's A tier. I mean, like, once I get him to 5-5-1-1 or like 5-2-1-1 or 5-3-1-1 or something, I'll use him as secondary to some of my marches. His AoE is nice. His skill damage increase is nice. His troop increase is nice. His damage is nice. Nice commander. There's not much else to say about it. Mulan she's good, but I don't want her, if that makes sense. I don't want to be the one fielding her. So I guess I put her in the A tier just because she is an A tier commander. I am just greedy with how I field things, and I would rather buff myself than my allies. She's going in the A tier because she is an A tier commander, and if I had no other options, I'm probably running Mulan with something in my 5 March, but I don't know where I'm running her. It's probably gonna be like, it would be like Constantine Joan and then like Richard Mulan. I don't know. I'm just not very happy having her. I'll put her down here because I don't like her that much. She's good. I just don't like her because I don't want to be the one buffing. Frederick, my man. I have him at 5-1-1-1 right now before I go into KVK1. And I'm actually going to be running him as a secondary to, I think, Sun Tzu, which is kind of gross because I just can't stop pulling full Fredericks. He does okay damage. He's just single target. So like slightly ahead of Sundiak in terms of like, I can use him, but I mean, very rough. Like if I had this many sculptures for like Mehmed or Charlemagne or Charles Martel, like I'd be losing my mind. But I just keep pulling Frederick, and he's not bad. He's just not great. I don't know what to do with him. I guess I put him behind Sundiak. I just have so many of him. I guess I have an internal bias to rating him higher. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. It's like he does like 1900 skill damage on average, something like that, 1800, 1900, which is fine. It's just he just doesn't do anything else, and it's not instant. So like you can't run him like after Bjorn, you can't run him after Ethelfled. Like if somebody has a debuff and then you use his ability, he doesn't get the entire debuff because you can't make sure that it all goes at the same time, and you can't even make sure that it all goes. You could just low roll and just get the shit beaten out of you. That's frustrating, bro. Oh, and there's I believe Lu Bu is also pre-KVK1, so I guess we'll toss him in there. He's you can't even get him, so who cares? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the legendaries. This is how I'm looking at them right now. Those top 4, probably the only ones I'm going to be putting sculptures into. If I put more sculptures into people pre-KVK1, it'll probably be someone in the A tier. When I say someone, I mean like Saladin or possibly Martel. I highly, highly doubt I'm going to do it. I would have to have a massive surplus of sculptures to ever consider putting anything into Martel, but it's not impossible, so I'm going to leave him there. And then I just think Mehmed's pretty good overall. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting tier list since this is from my particular view and bias, and rather than from a outward looking in. After KVK1, I suppose I'll probably have to update this, but this is the 2022 pre-KVK1. What is 12-inch thinking when he's making his marches and stuff when he's going into KVK1? I hope this helped. If you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to drop a like, a comment, a sub. It helps an absolute ton. If you guys have not yet already, please join the Discord in the description below. If you ever want notifications for when I go live, or when I post a video, or delays, or you want to contact me while I'm not live, or you want to join the burgeoning community of F2P players, please join that Discord. That is the best thing you could possibly do for me. Please do that. If you guys are watching this video right now, I'm probably currently live. Please check this out. If I've just posted this, I'm definitely live. And if I posted this at any point in time, I'm probably still live. I stream all the time. Be sure to check it out, refresh the page, go to my channel, check it, probably live. Catch you guys later. Have yourselves a great one. I hope you enjoy the content. Bye, guys.